I hope you're all enjoying the show. 2 years ago, our next guest got the wake-up call of her life after finding herself in the ER. Here to tell us about that experience and how she turned it all around using healthier food choices is author Jayne Jones, aka the No Sugar Baker. Jayne, I'm so happy to get to talk to you today. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you know, we got to start with your impactful story. I watched it and I want the audience to hear it. Can you please share with us what happened to you and why you ended up in the ER?
On my birthday. So here's what happened. It was 2 years ago exactly. Basically, I thought I had the flu. I kind of fought it tooth and nail for about 2 weeks. Well, it turned out it wasn't the flu. My husband dragged me to the emergency room where I'm embarrassed to tell you my blood pressure was 289 over 189. My glucose level was close to 600 and you should be batting about 100. I had no idea that I was severely diabetic. Never heard the D word before, got diagnosed. The ER physician told me these great words. She said, for the rest of your life, you need to eat lean meats and salads, and sent me on my merry way. Nobody told me when the glucose level is so high and it starts to drop because I'm a rule follower that I lost my vision for about 3 weeks. Everything was blurry. I couldn't see a darn thing. But here's the good part. 3 months later, 60 pounds lighter, sugar-free, medicine-free, insulin-free, and that vision we just talked about was back to 2020. So I had to figure out a way to get myself back into the kitchen. I used to brag about the cheesecakes I was making, the cinnamon rolls I was doing. When I got sick, I resented the kitchen. I wanted nothing to do with it. I felt so much guilt. So I figured out a way to get myself back in the kitchen, and that's exactly what we're doing. Baking sugar-free, and let me tell you, you do not miss the taste of sugar at all.
Wow. I mean, just hearing your story again, to think that you lost your eyesight. You know, as women, we already have to go through so much, you know, our bodies change as we get older. So I'm sure it was a scary, confusing time, but I'm so glad you were able to find something and have the strength to change your diet, to change your lifestyle, and perhaps your eating habits as well. You know, no sugar or little sugar, how do you do it? I think by hearing no sugar baking, it's like, what? How is that possible?
Yeah, so here's the deal. So I have no choice in the matter, right? So if it's a choice between my vision or a candy bar, you know which one I'm picking every single stinking time? You better believe it's the vision, right? The second I get a little bit of natural sugar even now, the very first thing that goes is the eyesight starts to get blurry. That scares the bejesus out of you. So you know what? It's not worth the risk for me. It's not worth it at all. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. So here's what I did. I was at the grocery store, and by the luck of God, I found Swerve, which is an all-natural sweetener that is made out of root vegetables. It does not raise my glucose level at all, and it doesn't. Sometimes those artificial, this is natural sweetener, but sometimes those sweeteners can taste a little funky. It doesn't for me at all. So I started a blog. My daughter came up with the idea during COVID. She said, hey, look, you know what? People like what you're posting. Start a Facebook page. We're just over a year into it. We have over 100,000 followers at No Sugar Baker. And over the summer, guess who I heard from? Kids and parents of kids that have type 1 juvenile diabetes, right? Never even thought about it. They said, hey, we love the cookbook, but can you do some treats for kids? So that's exactly what we're talking about today. It's No Sugar Bakers, strawberry, lemon, blueberry popsicles. And let me tell you, this is the end result right here. We're gonna make it in 1 second. It tastes like ice cream meets a popsicle. There's a secret ingredient. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab your mixer, the kids. I love this because you can do it with your moms, your dads, your grandmas, your grandpas. Berries. It's about 1 cup of fresh strawberries. And here's the deal. Berries usually have a lot of natural sugar, right? Berries are actually really low in natural sugar as a fruit, so they're actually good for you. Same measurement of the blueberries. I love the pop of the red, blue, and now here's the white. It's the secret ingredient. It is 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut cream. I never knew what coconut cream was until I actually had to find it in the grocery store. You can find it. That's the little secret ingredient that gives it that taste of creaminess that makes it taste like ice cream. And then here's the lemon. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Now this one's tricky. 1/4 cup of ice cold water. Put it all into your blender. And then I use 1/4 cup of Swerve's Confectioners. It's their all natural sweetener that's kind of like mimics powdered sugar, so to speak. It doesn't give it that graininess when it freezes. Go ahead and put that in. Now, expert tip of the day. Make sure you put your top back onto the blender. Hit the blend button, liquefy it. I found this at the dollar store for a smoking $1. Go ahead, kids, fill it up. Put the tops back on. Freeze it overnight. this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna be the hit of the neighborhood because it's gonna literally taste like ice cream meets a popsicle. And we got you covered for going back to school. We also have the No Sugar Baker pumpkin chocolate chip mini muffin that's good for the school bus. It's good for your school lunch. And you know what? You can share it in the cafeteria and your friends won't even know it's sugar-free. And then you can be like the winner of the day and be like, hey, guess what? Those are actually sugar-free and healthy for us too.
And we can thank Jayne for that, for sure. So many interesting, like I don't want to say hacks, but healthier alternatives for the things we usually consume. And I think this is so relatable to our audience in San Antonio. We have a high rate of diabetes in our city. And so I thank you so much for all this. I know we can find other recipes in your book, so it's really neat how you've been able to.
We got you covered. We got lasagna, we got cinnamon rolls, we got pizza, we got some breads out there. You know, 10% of the population in the U.S., so it's not just your city. 10% of the population in the US is either diabetic or pre-diabetic. So you're not in this battle alone. Trust me, I know what it feels like to get that diagnosis. I got too late. I was at the end of the rope, so to speak. They say I was inches away from having a stroke. So look at the blog, get the cookbook, get back in your kitchen, start baking healthy. You won't miss it. And you know what? You will feel better than you've ever felt before.
That's what we want to hear. Thank you so much for your time, Jayne. Take care. It was so nice to get to meet you.
Oh, my pleasure. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye. She was awesome. I hope you guys got some good information and get her a recipe book for some great alternative dishes there. Stay with us. Daily Dish is next. And Spider-Man fans, did I do it right? We have something for you. We'll be back.